Hi, everyone. Very, very Merry Christmas to everybody. It is the day. It is the day. So, just gonna get on my Facebook page here and make that public, and we'll be going. And for anybody who's new to me that's never met me or experienced me before, my name is Ernestine Day, and I am the Soulful Guitarist, and I channel energy from Source through me, through my guitar, without using words. And there's another name for it, which I'm going to say now, is called light language. Yeah, and anybody who speaks light language understands. If you don't, that's okay. That is totally, totally okay. Okay, very quiet for me today. Quite honest, I didn't want to get out of bed. And so I ended up watching a movie, or actually a couple documentaries, and then I decided, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Well, that didn't quite work out because the store that said it was open is not actually open. So I took myself out for a Greek dinner, which is just around the corner. Anyway, here we go. to write this down. Hold on. I had to do that. my memory sucks. But anyway, that song is called Portal to Divinity. And it was channeled, whew, God, it's been, holy smokes. Wow, it'll be coming up 3 years this March or April. Yeah. Wow. Well, what you just said is the only thing we have is this very single moment. I had somebody online. Um, she, I post, I do a lot of memes, as some of you guys know, and I only put stuff that speaks to me, that's relevant to me. And this lady says, "You're wrong. This is the way it is." And I responded something like, I kindly disagree with you. And may I suggest, instead of you going, you, why don't you speak on the I? And because when we speak on the I, we, I feel this way. I don't understand. And then anyway, so I did that. And then today she puts another comment on there. Again, not being open, just, and I just said, I can't remember everything I put down. But the thing is our journeys are our own. We do not have the right to tell somebody, you are wrong and I am right. That to me is a sign of somebody very closed off, who feels they need to live in a structured world, so they feel they will survive. Well, do you want to survive or do you want to live? And I just remember now, one of the things I said today was to her, I said, my journey started in 1996 as I opened up to my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own emotions. That's when I knew more about myself and how much because what we do, we build barriers and walls around us as little children, because when we come into this world, we are pure joy, pure love, pure everything. Due to the dysfunction of the adults in and around us, that we start to build these walls, these barriers around the core of who we are, to protect ourselves, to protect our heart. And when I spoke about my journey, when it started, was I got into counseling. And, Spirit always brings me the right people, always do. If I try to sit there and think and analyze something, I'm going to mess myself up. It's the same thing when I reached out for counseling, and I got this lady, and she was the perfect person for me. And I worked with her for about 3 years, and it was time for me to move on. I was done with that part of my journey at that moment. But I realized there's something missing. And again, spirit, right? I was looking at places to play my music, and this lady came across my path. So I reached out to her. I said, this is what I'm looking for. She goes, oh yeah, we have that every, whatever, Friday night or whatever it was, at my church. I'm going, church? And because I'll be very honest with everybody here, and please don't take this offensively, because it's not meant to be that. It's just I have a personal problem with organized religion. And she goes, me too. I went, what? And That was the beginning of my spiritual journey, was in and through her and her spiritual center. And her name is Catania Kyler. And I got a message from her earlier today, wishing me Merry Christmas, and I got to thank her because she was very instrumental in that part of my life. And she goes, you were just willing and open to it, which is very, very true, which is very, very true. And that's the thing about this lady who thinks I'm wrong and she's right, because I'm not going to sit there and say she's wrong and I'm right. I'm not going to say that's not my place. It's not my place. I know within, and I've got fuck all to prove to anybody. I owe nobody anything, but I do owe myself and my self-respect, and not to go down these rabbit holes or these, um, engaging with people. You know, I've witnessed people online going, they're not listening to me. Well, maybe you're not listening to them. Why do people feel they have the right to say to somebody, you need to do it this way, you need to do that way? First of all, most of us don't even ask for their opinion. I don't need people's opinions because that's here. Well, I think this. If you speak on the I, like, this is my experience, this is what I've gone through, this is what I've learned, I can hear that. I can listen to that all day long. And I will respond to that very kindly, very lovingly. And these people who are opinionated, it's a lot for me. I could be wrong, and I'm very open to, uh, your, how you feel about it. But the thing is, is we've all worked, sorry, I lost whatever that was. We've all worked so hard to get to where we are right now. Every single one of us. Why do we allow people in? And in doesn't mean the physical side, it means the emotional side, that tenderness that's in us. Because we would love for our family and our close friends to get what we're experiencing. Quite frankly, most people don't give a damn. And they don't have to care. Because it's their journey. Just as much as my journey is my journey. But I will stay in my own lane, in my own space, and be observant of others without judgment. Yeah, the one thing this lady was very, like, she thought I was, I don't know what she was thinking, who, because she spoke at one point of something about her opinion, and as if she has the right to her own opinion and whatever. Well, yeah, you do, but that doesn't mean you get to project that onto other people. It does not give you the right. If it's your space, then you have every right to do that. But if you're in somebody else's space, you need to honor that space and cherish it for the manner that it's been given. Because I'm not here to battle with anybody. If they want to have a fight, go elsewhere. I'm not going to fight with you. And, this took me a little while to work through, to be quite honest, is that, sorry, it's gone. Oh, yeah, because it was about, I started blocking people. And not because of anything in general. We had some troll on here a bit ago. And I can't block that person or delete it until I'm off here. And then I'll be able to do it. But, like Todd was saying, basically the bottom line is, if you're not a friend of Ernestine Day, please go elsewhere. And that's why I blocked these people. But anyway, going back to what I was getting at, because I used to think that I'm being mean. I'm supposed to be loving, caring, and all this stuff. Well, yeah, I can be loving and caring, but it doesn't mean I have to put up with other people's lack, I'm going to say the word, their ignorance. If they're not willing, I'm not going to engage with them. And that's, I'm just very clear about that. But it's like, when I see a troll or a scammer, and I always check out their profile, just so you know. I check out their profile to make sure I know what I know. Yep, they only, they created this profile whenever, and they only got a couple pictures on there, or like 5 days worth of pictures, or something like that. There's always something that's very evident that it's not a real person, you could say, a human. And I just blocked them, and then I turned around and I delete. I go through all the messages on that stream, on that memes, and make sure that I get every single comment that he's made or she has made and deleted them. Block them, delete them. And it took me a while to be comfortable with that because, here we are, I know I'm learning about boundaries. And that's what they are. And it's like, I have a biological family who don't respect my boundaries. And the last time I talked to my younger brother, and that I said, look, uh, you can't yell at me. You can't, this is not okay. And he's getting angrier, and that's a narcissist coming out in him in that because he thought he had control of me. And I just turned around, if you don't stop, I'm going to hang up. And then he called, so I hung up. He calls, don't start, Ron, because I will hang up again. He starts. I hang up. He calls back. And this time I answered, said, I'm going to now block you. And that's what I did. And that's the last time I ever spoke to him. And, our families, I don't know why our families and even our close friends sometimes think they can just, oh, I don't have to abide by your boundaries. I can do whatever the hell I want. No, you can't. This is my space. When I come on here, this is my space. This is our space. I create this incredible, you know, space that I'm realizing more and more how incredible and spacious it is and how wonderful it is because you guys all get to come and hang out with me if you're available when I go online. And everybody knows they're welcome. But the only people that are not welcome are these trolls and these scammers, or you're opinionated. We have our journeys. Own it. Say, I feel. Yeah. And some of them are very uncomfortable because you guys all know when we go, I feel, it forces you to speak truth and not, get into this headspace. Because I know for me is that when I say I feel, I'm inside of me. And that's what I do when I close my eyes. I'm totally within me. Okay, here we go. Well, you guys, I'm now on number 36 SD card. Yeah, when I started, I pressed record and I looked up and I was starting the new song and I went, oh shit. And so I tried to press it once I laid down that first track and found out the card's filled. So I started with number 36. Wow. And each SD, these are my little SD cards. And I'm just starting at number 36. Yeah. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you. Hello, Liz. Wow. I think I seen Andrea here a bit ago. So now you guys are on the Boxing Day for my Aussie friends. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys are like. Most of you guys know I'm very single. Very single. It's been what, 13, 14 years, whatever it's been. I'm ready for a partner now. I know that. And yeah. So what I'm about to share is not to be taken as I feel lonely. No, I don't feel lonely at all because I'm fine inside. But it would be really nice to have somebody to share this experience with who values me as I value her. And, you know, I've taken these last 13 years and constantly reflecting and looking at myself. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel that way? And I always get answers. And it's another clue, guide into letting go of some things or truly understanding um, why I allowed this and why I allowed that. We are all products of our past. And I had shared this a while ago you know, is when we get to uncover something, we get to discover. And when we get to discover, we get to discard that. And I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. In 2016, I think it was, or 17 in that bracket, there was a lot of things that happened in those 2 years, 16 and 17. And a lady that I follow, she posted about a covert narcissist. And I got to pull the straw to go read it, so I went and read it. And I went, holy shit, that's who I'm dealing with. And there we go. You get to uncover something. And with that, identifying what that is, that allowed me to shift because it's not about the other person changing or shifting, it's about ourselves. And because I'm no longer engaging with them in their low frequency, I'm being nice. And they didn't know what to do when I stopped engaging with them. I just stuck to the facts. And I did not engage with them. But with that recognition of the present moment, I was able to all of a sudden see how my past relationships were with the same kind of people. These narcissistic type personalities. And then bingo, I saw my family and went, oh my God, no wonder I'm comfortable in that. Because I was raised with it. I know how to survive. I know how to cope. And this incredible epiphany, this light bulb went off inside of me. And I went, oh my God. Because that's the thing, when people say you cannot change others, that is absolutely true. The only person you can control is yourself. And it's that, when we get to recognize something, take that opportunity. My God, don't put it off. Take that opportunity, just like what I did with that. And go, oh my God, because I'll tell you, it just shifted everything inside of me to understand, because the understanding went to understanding. I know it, okay. And that's where, I get more empowered. Absolutely, Jennifer. Absolutely. And absolutely, Liz. And it's like, I know a lot of people, it was quite interesting because I went to my favorite Greek restaurant today, and very nice waitress. She's a sweetheart. And she goes, "You going to be spending some time with family?" I said, "No." "You're not going anywhere?" I said, "No. It's just myself." She felt bad. I said, "No." I said, "I'm an introvert to start with, but I'm also a recluse. And it's like if I go somewhere, I have a purpose. If I go to the grocery store, I know what I'm getting. I'm going to get what I got and get the heck out." And because of all of you guys and that, so many people that I've connected with around the world, that I'm learning and understanding why I can't be in malls, why I can't be around big crowds of people. I now I've started associating with some ladies. It's a gay group of ladies, and I'm okay there. You go in for it's 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it is. I leave, right? But I enjoy myself immensely, and it's not everyone we're going to meet we'll want to get to know, and you know our time on this planet is for us to understand who we truly are, not the programming, not what we think we are up here. Or if I act, say, do, behave a certain way, they'll love me. The truth and reality, they'll only love you as long as you're useful to them. Well, that was well said, wasn't it? Wow. Absolutely. I was going to post this up here, what Jennifer just said. Because that's the thing. We all come from toxic families. And we just, for me, I've had my limit with my family, you know. And here's the biggest thing. My frustration is this. And I understand the logical side of this. The fact is they can't see me, they can't see themselves. I understand that. And I get that. But why would I allow somebody in and around me who in and around me who don't see me? Why would I want that? And especially in my case with my family, they they are protecting the perpetrator, and they bring the perpetrator's name up in front of me knowing. There's a difference of not being aware or know something, but if you know and you are aware, it's a different ball game. And it just shows their lack of respect, a lack of regard for others. Yeah, I just I just shake my head. So I think Jennifer, you're in the States, if I remember correctly. I know Liz, you're in Australia. And this Viola, for you guys on Facebook land, Viola is a high school friend. We went to the same high school. I think she was in my older brother's um, um, class. Yeah. Hmm. And you guys always give me food for thought too, by the way. And I appreciate you speaking whatever your truth is, because we speak in the eye and the awareness and what we've gone through. That's right, you're Michigan, right? Hmm. So you guys were, for us here, it's Christmas Day still. It's 5 p.m. my time. Michigan, it would be 8 p.m. I've gotten to know all the time zones in the States. And just so you guys know, I'm originally from the far, far, far east coast of Canada. And it's in the Atlantic Maritimes. I'm from a little island called Prince Edward Island. The population today, I think, is 160,000, something like that. Yeah, and it's about 7,000 kilometers away. Yeah, and just with what Jennifer just said here is the lessons is where our strengths come from. And it's absolutely true because I've never felt myself this strong before. I've never felt myself this incredibly comfortable with myself. And, it's with my music is the trust in myself is just there's it's like it's amazing. Some of you guys have been around for a while, some of you haven't. Some of you come for a while and go for a while and come back, which is great. And you know, the way I played today is not the same way I played a year ago, let alone 6 months ago. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The more I open up and trust myself, there's so much more that wants to be expressed. To feel at such a deep, deep level and have this incredible tool, which is my looper, to bring out this part of me I did not know was inside of me. Yeah, okay. You got me there, Kennedy. Welcome, brother. Yeah, yeah. Let's see where we go. Oh, I was going to actually go, but I got to turn everything back on. Just give me a sec. I got myself a little that that is a wireless pickup. I had turned it off. Turn the other one on. Transmit, receive. Okay, let's see where we go. Wow. It's like, wow. Uh, I'm speaking on my end, and I know it's true out here because of what's happening here. Um, I've shifted massively, just massively. And I noticed, like I've been mentioning recently, that it was June of 2023 that I embodied this, that I am. And then I was learning at a trust level that I've never trusted myself, and stepping into this all the time for the last year and a half. But it's like, I remember when I start using the looper, because I don't go back and go through, oh, I did. I just know when I started out, because I still have no idea what I do. I just do it. I don't think I'm actually being it and allowing the energy to pull me. And just like with what happened with this song here, because I never know, you guys, what I'm going to play, and let alone how it wants to be expressed in that moment. And and it's just, I'm stepping in, and I appreciate what Jennifer just spoke about. It resonates on a soul level. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah, it's, I've been in a very just mode for the last while. And when I say that, I'm very calm. I'm not, emotional one way or the other. But some of you guys know my story, and I don't want to get into it here, but the thing is that what I've put myself through for the last year, I don't know why Spirit wanted me to do this, but they did. And then to get to the point was that when my quality of life is this, my guitar. That's my huge quality of life. When that, I was going to just very quickly, is on October 22nd of 2022, Spirit guided me to come off the antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. And I go, what? Right? And I could felt this peacefulness, and it's like, no, you got this. So on the journey I go. 6 months later, I'm completely off them, which really surprised me. And then, so I was completely off in April of 2023. And I was doing not too bad. That's the only way I'm going to phrase it. And then I went to Houston for Solar G Fest in December of 2023. It took every last ounce that I had of energy just to get there. A lot of people had no idea. I was thinking and that once I got there, I'd be okay. It wasn't the case. I left more depleted. And when I got back here, I literally crashed. I will block, close my blinds, my windows from time to time, just to shut the outside world off so I can go within. But that went on for about 6 weeks, something like that. Yeah, 5 to 6 weeks. But like I said, when my quality of life, which is my guitar, I couldn't play her. It was like 4 weeks. So I reached out to my amazing doctor, and he goes, okay, let's get you leveled off here. And so away we go. And slowly, we kept increasing, and then we finally got me leveled off. Finally. And then I got pneumonia. It's like, yeah. Oh yeah, I got pneumonia. Yes, I did, but also my B12 was really, really low, and which allowed the pneumonia to creep in and grab hold. And yeah, so the pneumonia is like pretty well gone. Pretty well gone. I cough a little bit just to bring out what remains there, but it's nothing like it was before. And even through that journey, I saw just how incredibly strong I am. Just to go through all that, like you guys have no idea what I've been through psychologically, mentally. Wow. But the one thing that I held on to always, because when you know who you are, when you have those glimpses into who you are, you have that incredible feeling, sensational, that connectiveness that you feel inside. And when you have it, you cannot go back and say it doesn't exist. But what I did in my case was I knew it existed, but all I now have is the memory. And every now and again through this last couple of years, I pop my head up every now and again. I call it surfacing. And magic happened then, as some of you guys know. But most of the time I was just very quiet, just playing. But I feel like myself now. And just, like what I just did there. Did I plan that? Hell no. Spirit did, not me. I had no idea, and I just start out and see what happens, and it keeps on unfolding and unfolding, and it's amazing. Yeah. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'm gonna go. this just flashed on me now within me. I moved to Vancouver Island. If you don't know where that is, basically Victoria, BC is on Vancouver Island, just off the west coast of Vancouver. Um, so I lived on Vancouver Island for 20, 25 years, whatever it was, and then I moved to the mainland here 15 years ago, whatever it's been, losing track. But anyway, when I moved to Vancouver Island in October of 1986, I was living in Souk, just outside of Victoria. And then about a year or so later, I moved up to Nanaimo, and that's where I spent most of my time thereafter. And while I was in Nanaimo, I heard of these three ladies, which they call themselves the Country Ladies. So I went to their jam session and met them, and we became friends. And my friend Jan, like they all went to Malaspina music for, I don't know, a year or 2 years, whatever it was. They got their whatever on it. And my friend Jan, like, how do you do that? She goes, I went to school to learn that. I still can't do it, but you just do it, right? I go, yeah. And I have never taken what I do for granted. I just didn't understand to the depth and degree I now understand and understand. And I've always known my sole purpose, and sometimes I've mentioned here from time to time, my purpose is to share this music world around the world. And I got a friend of mine, she's going to help me do some a couple different cover letters. And I know I need to get out there. I've been doing this. This is my comfort zone, is doing it from home. I'm getting better at being in public. I just have to shut that part off, and yeah, it's how I operate. But um, you know, I just feel very blessed, and I honor it in this fashion. And I thank Spirit for trusting me with this, and they know that I can handle it. I just didn't know it was in me, and now I'm really stepping into this, and that I am. And look at world. It's bigger and better than it's ever been within me. Anyway, you guys, been talking about, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to say hugs and loves to everybody. Merry Christmas, everybody. Please look after yourself. Do what you need to do. Yeah. Anyway, appreciate it. Thank you. Jennifer, Andrea, I don't know who else is here. Scroll back up. Ernesto, I think Ernesto is with us on YouTube. Thank you, Ernesto. Had Kennedy here. Some of you guys are all on up. My longtime friend from PEI, Viola. I don't want to miss anybody. Liz. Todd. Oh. See, I don't know who's here until somebody makes a comment, and then I say, oh, Ashley Lee, she was actually on here from YouTube. She might even still be here, I'm not sure. Thank you, Ashley, and Merry Christmas to you, too. And I'll get rid of that troll guy. Anyway, thank you. I thank every single one.